Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Piofiore, and I forgot we were in the middle of this. I just played the other part yesterday. And I was like, alright! I got distracted by other stuff, but like, which is good, because I wasn't driving myself crazy, like, what's gonna happen? But, right. We are in the middle of Gil's trial, and we're going back and forth all over the place, and so much is happening, and it's exciting. Anyway, we're with Yang now. Let's get our resting bitch face on and go for this. I could see an old building in the forest. The outside walls were worn, but machinic? Machinic? I don't think machinic is a word. I feel like mechanical, right? Or like machine sounds, or like machinic? Anyway, the sounds could be heard inside the building, like mechanical. Yang? What is it? Who is this? I just think of him as a collaborator. He's here to ensure the Lao Shu won't reuse the counterfeit plate for their own means. Is that what you'd call a collaborator? As we were having that dumb conversation, suddenly there was a commotion inside. It can't be... Have we been caught? I don't remember what voice I gave Lee, like, ever, but, like, it doesn't matter. Like, anyway. We're fine, and no one has noticed us yet. There's no animosity in how they're moving. Sorry to change my volume a little bit. Yang, we're back!
We cut all the cords coming out of the factory!
I see. Didn't I tell you to cut all the phone lines?
Yeah, we can't tell which ones are the phone lines just by looking at them, you know?
I bet. So we just went and cut them all. I'm sure we cut the phone lines too. The only line they didn't cut was the phone line. That'd be great. If they cut all the electrical lines, the machines must have stopped working too. Since the machines all stopped working, the hired hands inside must be confused. And now's a good time. Go crazy in there. Like, damn. I clasped my hands tightly in prayer.
Silence! Silence! Court's in session!
There was a commotion in the courtroom, and the judge kept calling for order. There were no signs of anyone calming down. The reason being... Oh my god.
Witness, please state your name.
With a slight bow to the judge, he spoke in a solemn tone. Uh-oh. This can't... I don't know. This does not bode well, I don't think.
My name is Joseph von Rosberg.
I don't know if I trust him. And like, I don't trust him at all, don't get me wrong. But I don't know if I trust that he's here, like, to throw Gil under the bus. You know what I mean? And like, if he comes out, it's like, oh, he's an evil man. Oh, we're gonna believe you, despite the fact that you're an evil man. You're a bad, bad man. So I don't know what to do here. I don't know how to feel. You know what I mean? Like, anyway. Bishop Rosberg, may I ask what type of job you have? I mean, it's in his title, I guess. He's a bishop.
I'm a clergyman of the church.
In his response, there was more commotion. Mutters of confusion and curiosity echoed throughout the chambers. Bishop Rosberg was a holy man with a strong public reputation for philanthropy. Gil brought up this strategy back at the church. Okay, so this is Gil's strategy. Still doesn't mean it ain't gonna go wrong. Because I don't trust Rosberg, you know what I'm saying? We've played 4 routes where he could not be trusted. Just saying. You want to call His Excellency?
In this day and age, we need momentum in the court. The key is behind what kind of person we can call forth as a witness. That said, Bishop Rosberg's perfect as a character witness. Orluck, please, can you connect me with Bishop Rosberg?
I don't think His Excellency is involved in other problems of this world. And not only that, you need to take an oath at the trial. His Excellency would never lie.
Orluck. Oh, sweetie. Oh, let's just take a moment. Orluck, you poor thing. I hate to tell you this, but he's the biggest liar. He's the lyingest liar of them all. He's the liest liar of them all. Of the liars. Of the Church of Lies. Anyway. The church doesn't want to lose Burlone either, right? Burlone's a town that makes money. That's why the church cares about it. A portion of all our business in this town does, in fact, go to the church. Of course, I won't ask him to do it for free, and I never asked Bishop Rosberg to lie. So, could you just start off by communicating the situation to him? This is interesting. I mean, Oliver looks pretty fucking smug and satisfied, so... Thank you for taking the time to come to Burlone, Bishop Rosberg. Let me get straight to the point. What's your relationship with Senor Redford? He has offered many donations to the church. He's a devout believer of God. Contribution? A donation given in the form of land or money. I'm going to enter this document as evidence. These are documents of all the donations the Visconti has made to the church. The prosecutor saw the amount and his eyes grew wide. He was at a loss for words. He's like, that's more than I'll make in my lifetime. Hell yeah. He rushed to look at Bishop Rosberg to see whether the documents were real. I mean, that's all you're asking. Like, he gives a lot of money to the church, right? Yeah. Okay. I mean, you didn't have to lie. Bishop Rosberg showed no signs of distress and sat in the witness stand calmly. In reality, he'd not lied once. There had been donations made to the church for years. Well, he didn't lie once here. So. In addition to that, Gil donated a large amount directly to the Church of Burlone. The advantage was now with the Visconti. Both Gil and Oliver were in control. For now. I'm so stressed out about this, though. I feel like we could go into chapter 8 and then he'll get released and then like the bad ending could be like he goes to jail. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Just then, a man who had been observing suddenly stood up and left the courtroom. Leo and I looked at one another and nodded. We moved to leave the courtroom quietly. Hey, wait! What? The moment the man tried to run, Leo ran forward and captured him. Hey, where do you think you're going? What are you doing? I've done nothing. We knew they'd send a goon over to watch the trial. You're planning to notify your boss that things don't look good, but I won't let you get in our way. You're gonna stay with me for a little while. Leo secured the man, and as they walked off, Leo looked over at me and nodded. I nodded back and returned to the courtroom as planned. I was in the middle of reading that sentence. Okay.
Don't be in a daze like that! It's dangerous!
Yeah, don't get in our way, okay? And the workers had no idea what was going on. Some ran for it, the others came to fight. And the twins didn't differentiate between the two and just plowed right through all of them. Damn, what a mess. And this is why I hate kids. I mean, okay, kids make a mess, but these two also have, like, fucking super fucking weapons, so, like, it's a little differently, but I get the sentiment. It's funnier because of that reason, but it's just like, damn it, Lee. Lee muttered and he followed them inside. For those brave enough to approach us, we swung our swords at them. It's Lao Shu! They're attacking us! Why would the Lao Shu be here? Most of the workers were hired from Strano. Wow, their screaming is loud in my ear. Seeing that the Lao Shu made an appearance, even the aggressive ones ran without a fight. Damn it! I felt myself smile as I swung my twin blades and slashed at the men pointing their guns at me. The men dressed in black suits must have been given orders to protect this place. They didn't run and instead charged at us. Leave the runners. Our aim is the factory and those who wish to protect the plate. Understood. These voices all over the fucking place.
Better, we'll kill ya!
Lonnie's dead already. Let's go to the next. Such weaklings. Really, why don't you put up a better fight? He kicked in an oncoming person, breaking the machinery nearby. Freshly printed bills flew everywhere. Crap! Stand back!
The men knew they were at a disadvantage. They turned and fled in different directions. Seeing the men run off, I was certain at least one of them was going to retrieve it. Orlok dashed along the machines as if flying through the air, and stood to block the men. I won't let you take the plate.
Ah!
The men threw their empty guns, gripping their knives and charging at Orlok. But the battle was done in an instant.
Ah!
The men were all screaming and dropping their weapons. Good arm. An ordinary man would have no idea what hit him. Orlok accurately aimed for their hands, rendering the men incapable of attacking.
Stronzo!
One of the men dressed in black turned around and ran toward the back room. Wait! You think we'd let you escape? Get back, Lee. Lee heard me shout and stopped in his tracks. Everyone outside, now!
Why? We were just getting started.
Shut up and get out! The stragglers were kicked outside without mercy. The moment we stepped outside of the factory, blew it up. A powerful explosion from inside the factory scattered debris in all directions. Get to the back. Don't let anyone escape. As the dust flew about, my eyes thinned as I observed the situation. I saw a shadow jump out from the burning factory while coughing. So you were safe. Somehow, they took such drastic measures. Yes, given the situation, the plate was likely destroyed. I have the plate here.
Damn, Orlok!
He was indeed holding the plate in his hand. No doubt the original we were looking for.
Like, I love this back and forth. It's so exciting. Like,
I nodded back and returned to the courtroom as planned. The trial was nearing an end. The jury all supported Gil's innocence. Of course, the result was...
Gilbert Redford, I find you not guilty. Woo! Oh my god! Guys, we need a drink to celebrate! Guys, get your champagne out! Woohoo!
His austere voice resounded and the spectators erupted with joy. Thank God. The ages of anxiety we had endured were finally over, and we sighed with relief. Gil turned toward me and nodded with the most confident smile. Smiling with joy, I looked back at him and nodded as well. And now we go celebrate, you know.
I'm grateful to y'all, those who had faith in my innocence.
Applause and cheers resounded throughout.
So funny! It's so funny. They're like, oh no! Applause is hilarious. Hold on. I'm not going to bother reading that sentence since... Okay.
As I chatted with Paris, I verified the time on my pocket watch. Noticing the gesture, Paris nodded.
Why don't we get going soon?
Yes, of course. Apologies for taking your time.
Not at all. Please contact me anytime.
After exchanging a short farewell, I saw Paris off. I sat down and waited. A knock echoed throughout the room. A moment later, the door opened slowly. Senor Falzone, I hope your meeting today went well. Your guests seem to have rushed back. Seem to have rushed back, huh? No. My meeting has just started. Just as I finished saying that, I pointed my gun at the Direttore's mask. Don't hurt him now! The people were united around Gil, sharing in the joy of his victory.
Like, you knew Dante purposely went there to like, oh, and I'm going to talk to Paris and blah, 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 because Direttore's like, peeking in, listening in. Bring it down! Bring it down, motherfucker!
I'm
After the trial ended, we ran over to the casino and saw that a gunfight had broken out. Seal the exits! Don't let anyone get away! Leave it to me. There's not a single soul that can evade our Chicago typewriter. Chicago typewriter, a nickname for the Thompson submachine gun. Kill anyone who runs for it. We need to seize control ASAP. Got it. The Falzone and the Visconti members were taking over the casino. The casino staff resisted and gunfire could be heard rattling off amidst their yells. Things were unfolding as we expected. It's too dangerous to act before the trial. If they find out the Visconti's on the move, it'll affect Gilbert's trial negatively. However, if Redford is acquitted, they'll certainly make a move of their own. We've consistently been one step behind. Rather than wait, why not take the initiative in securing the casino and the factory? I agree with the both of you. That's why I have a favor to ask. A favor? I kind of love this one because, like, they're all working together, even though they're, like, all enemies, sort of, but it's like, but now you're all being friends, and this is, like, the happy route where, like, nobody's died. Well, okay, Nicola might have died. I'm assuming that the dude Tori just has him, like, imprisoned, and he might be fine. You're like, no one's died. Nicola might have died, and that's, we're just gonna pretend he's not, but, like, for the time, in every other route, they're all just, like, killing each other, and you're like, nobody had to die. See? Could work together and be friends. You're in the trial. I want you both to take control of the casino and the factory. We have no idea what our enemy has up their sleeves, but I know you guys can handle it, right? If that's all you need, perhaps I can acquiesce. I certainly won't be bored. I'll secure the factory. I've been curious to see the artisan plate crafted by Wang. You better not steal it. Yang's like, damn it! Yang smirked, but didn't answer. Orlok spoke up. I'll go with him. Your Excellency has instructed me to deliver the plate to the church. He's worried about leaving it with the Mafia. That's probably for the best. They're like, hey! And you're like, I'm just saying! Like, a finely made counterfeit bill plate sounds like a recipe for a new battle. It'd be safer managed by those who won't abuse it. They give it to Emilio, maybe? I think he's the only person that might be trustworthy at all. Might be. I stress might be. I don't know, but out of everyone else in this, it's like, everyone else has done some shady fucking shit, is either in the Mafia, or is Rosberg. I'm just saying. Emilio is the... Aside from us, we seem sort of trustworthy, but we're also dating the Mafia and sleeping with them, so, like, I'm just saying. Even we can't be trusted. And Sister Sophia's kind of involved in the whole... No, you know what? I don't... Yeah, Emilio's our best bet right now. And that's saying something. I'm not even 100% sure about that. Not 100% confident in that choice, but it's the best choice we have right now. Anyway. And then I'll secure the casino. It'd be best to go during the daytime when there are fewer customers. Going during your trial would be convenient. What do you plan for the Direttore? It's possible he'll be elsewhere during the day. And if he finds out his casino's under attack, he may disappear altogether. So we can't choose another day when we'll be sure the Direttore will be there? Nah, it has to be the last day of Gilbert's trial. We can't change that. There's our precious Nicola. Anyway, we should make an appointment with him. That way, the Direttore will have no choice but to be at the casino. Exactly. And that day the Falzone should book the meeting room. We'll schedule a meeting or some other deal. Who to invite? Let's make it a politician, and that should pique the Direttore's curiosity. You can do that? I like Dante's little smirk. Right there's like, boom. Don't underestimate the Falzone. We're connected to a number of politicians. Hey, stop it. You be nice. Although I was worried about Gil's trial, the others would also be handling dangerous missions. What's the matter? Oh, nothing. I'm worried. Dante, Yang, please be careful. I love how, look, this is the happy man harem ending. We'll get Nicola back. Everyone will be happy, and you guys, I know that you get into fights and shit, but like everybody, when you inside the man harem, we're all friends, okay? Well,
die over something like this. We've survived many life or death situations. I also don't plan on dying here. Besides, Dante has me. No need to worry. Fuck. Is Dante and Nicola are dead? Great. I have faith in you guys. No, this is gonna be the good ending where everybody lives. Right back at you. You better not be found guilty after all this, you hear? If that happens, all the rest of us will be stuck. Remembering the words they exchanged that night, I couldn't help but look down. Of course he got off because he's charismatic and he had Oliver. Woo! Oliver's damn good at being an accountant slash lawyer slash right-hand man. I'm just saying. Slash really good at resting bitch face. Gil saw me tense up and he softly held my hand. The sound of gunfire had ceased. It seemed they had overthrown the casino. I looked over at Gil and we nodded at one another, stepping forward to go inside. We have no choices in this chapter, by the way. Dante! Dante stood in the main hall with his gun pointed at the direttore. Are they gonna unmask him or are we gonna not know? Like, I mean, we know who he is, but I'm just wondering, like, are they gonna unmask him in this at the end so that you're like, and then you get his route and you know who he is the whole time? Or are we just supposed to not know who he is? Like, we're supposed to just suspect and be like, I suspect, and then you go down, quote unquote, Henry's route and then you find out he's the direttore? Are you not supposed to know before that? Because, like, obviously, hey! Stop it! We do not shriek like that. You behave. What the fuck are you doing in Little Bird's cage while he's out? What is wrong with you? You are so dumb sometimes. You're cute, but stupid. Anyway. Dante stood in the main hall with his gun pointed at the direttore. Like, I mean, I know who he is. I'm sorry. Like, if I wasn't supposed to have figured that out, but okay, I figured it out. But, like, I'm wondering if the game's, like, gonna keep you, you know, quote unquote, in the dark. Anyway. Earlier than I expected. Yeah, Oliver did a good job. The direttore looked at Dante, then Gil, then at me, then muttered. Finally, the actors have gathered. Yang's already taken over the factory. This here's the end of your scheming. You chose the wrong person to frame. Did the people giving you orders not know that the Visconti is one hell of a lawyer? We do. He's one hell of a lawyer. Missed opportunity to have him voiced by Daisuke Ono and then say he's one hell of a lawyer. I'm just saying. Missed opportunity, game. Missed opportunity. The direttore seemed like he couldn't hold it in anymore and started to laugh. Interesting. Perhaps we did indeed underestimate the Visconti. The fault is mine, and that much I shall admit. However, there was no one else who would be perfect for the role. Perfect? The direttore smirked with a quiet confidence. It would have been unwise to frame the Lao Shu, a dangerous choice. You appear to have done your research, so then you must know that the whatever is involved in this incident, do you not? Yeah, if Yang was framed, the investigation may have extended to the whatever. You could easily destroyed your own source of income. Precisely! And the Foul Zone boss is still so new. Had I pulled him into court, perhaps it would have been easier to cook him. However, the Foul Zone is our main dish. It simply wouldn't do to deal with him first. What's that supposed to mean? Exactly what I said. You intended to target the Falzone family eventually. Because of that... Dante's blue eyes narrowed as he glared at the direttore. You chose to frame Gilbert. Yes, precisely. It appears the boss of the Falzone is sharp, despite his youth. However, I do understand. You're still unable to stand on your own 2 feet, no? You've lost your right hand. What could one do in such a state? All that's left for the Falzone is their inevitable demise. Lost my right hand. Yes! Oh my! Have you not received it? Did I not send you that memento? It was a little dirty, but I'm sure the blood of the deceased has some value. Hey! What did I say? Stop it! Now that we're all alone here, would you like me to tell you how Nicola Francesca died? Bird? Stop! Stop it.
We do not scream like that. You do not scream like that. You are being very, very bad today. Stop. You behave. You can play nice and not scream like that. The birdies outside don't want to play with you because you sound nasty and you scream. They also don't want to play with you because you're a weird mama's bird. Play with your friends and play with your toys and behave. You know how to chirp nice. God, I can't stand that noise when he freaking makes it. Drive me goddamn bonkers. Most of the time I can just tune him the fuck out and it's like, okay, he's being a weirdo and he's over there screaming. But like then he makes a goddamn screaming noise. It's worse than a baby crying. Ugh. I love you, but I hate that noise. Ugh, hey. He's ruining the drama here. You bastard! Dante! Dante's gun lurched forward, but Gil stopped him in a stern voice. I don't think Nicola's dead. But I love how Dante gets so upset about it. No, don't hurt my poor Dante. Just want to protect him. Anyway, calm down. Don't kill him yet. Right. Wasn't thinking straight. Are you alright? Yes, I'm fine. The Direttore didn't seem to be fazed and still had a smirk on his face. If he's dead, why didn't you give him the body?
Allow me to officially introduce myself.
No, your name is not Sebastiano Gallier, but...
My name is Sebastiano Gallier. I am the Direttore of the Burlone Casino.
That's bullshit, that's your name, but whatever.
I was a lowly bureaucrat before I roused the currency union from its dormancy and gave it life once again.
So this was all you're doing?
The currency union? No. Each country's Ministry of Finance has suffered from weak currency. If the value of a globally trusted dollar fell, our currency would naturally go up in value. If both they and the country could profit, why wouldn't those in the government be happy to jump on the opportunity?
Why'd you do all this? Did you need money that bad? For generations... Oh. Okay, so that's not supposed to be Gilbert. That's supposed to be Direttore. Because I was like, okay.
For generations, we Direttores have received sizable sums of money in exchange for hosting the Burlone Mafia.
Was that not enough for you? Oh, maybe it was supposed to be Gilbert, but what is it supposed to say we? Maybe it was supposed to say for generations, Direttores have received sizable sums of money in exchange for hosting the Burlone Mafia. That would make more sense, not we. Like you Direttores, or just Direttores in general. Okay. So, we'll go back. So, beep, beep, backing it up. For generations, Direttores have received sizable sums of money in exchange for hosting the Burlone Mafia. Is that not enough for you? That makes more sense. Okay. It was the we Direttores that fucking threw me off. I was like, huh?
Isn't it obvious? What I wanted wasn't money. All I wanted was nothing more than to see this land descend into anarchy.
Okay, seriously? Wow, he crazy. I love him. What did you say? Suddenly the ground rumbled and the place began to shake. He's gonna get away. An earthquake! Hang on to me! Gil immediately grabbed hold of me as I was losing my balance. What the hell did you do? Dante glared at the Direttore.
It seems it's finally begun. Do you know why I've been talking all this time? Rather than ask, you should think to yourself quite hard.
As the Direttore said that, we could hear a series of explosions. He's destroying the evidence!
One must always have a contingency plan in case of emergency.
A contingency plan in case of emergency is to blow the fucking place up! Okay. I love him. He's insane. Jesus. The rumbling erupted as fire broke out and the hall was engulfed in flames. Maybe we die here. In the bad ending. In a flash, the Direttore turned around and disappeared into the back of the hall. Gilbert's like, well, now you shoot him, Dante! Gil tried to run after him, but rubble fell from the ceiling in front of us. In order to chase after the Direttore, we would need to find a detour. The fire's spreading quickly. Retreat, Gilbert! Just as Dante said, if we followed after the Direttore, we'd be engulfed by the fire. But... He's so beautiful in every fucking CG. Why? Why are you so pretty? Good God, I can't. No, Gil, it's too dangerous. We are so short compared to him. Like, my God. She's like, hi. Gil showed no signs of turning back, so I grabbed his clothes and shouted to stop him. I can't handle his CGs. He's so fucking beautiful. Look, I did not expect to love him as much as I do. Dante's still my best. Look, I can't help it. Nicola was like, right off the bat, like, I love him. He was I love him right off the bat. Like, from the, like, cover art. Okay. And Yang a little bit too. But, like, I feel like just in the game itself, Dante has become my favorite. I don't know why. I wasn't expecting it either, but every single, I'm like, no, don't hurt Dante. Leave him alone. I just want to protect him. Protect poor Dante. He's soft inside. He's our marshmallow and he needs to be protected. He's emotional trauma. Like, I don't know why. But, like, I love them all. I really do. Damn. I love this game. This is going right up there. Like, this might actually be my favorite. I've loved every moment of this. I'm sad it's coming to an end. But, like, most games you get to the point where you're getting to the end, you're like, okay, we've been playing this for a while. It's cool. You need the break. No, I'm just like, I'm so sad. It's going to be over. What am I going to do with my life? Like, we have other games to play, but this one is just, I think it might actually be my favorite. I loved Code Realized, don't get me wrong. And that's the game that I usually compare all games to. Like, did I enjoy... This might have topped it. This really might have fucking topped it. Especially, like... It's at least a tie. Especially with the I love all of our boyfriends. Like, I hate to say Orlok is my least favorite, just because he's the borderline lolly boy. And I was like, I still love him. But he's like Impy for me, where it's like, I love you, Impy. You can come to the man harem and cook for us and hang out. But, like, I'm not in love with you. And, like, Orlok, you can still come hang out, but, like, not as in love with you as the other characters. You know, it's just that. I love you, but not as much. You know? And there's always games and characters. You're like, I love this one and this one. And the other one's like, whatever. But this game, I actually like all of them. Like, you can all come in. Because I want to keep you all. That's rare. Like, I'm a whore. And we got a lot of men in the fucking man harem, okay? I'm like a whore for, like, our Otome boyfriends, but usually don't like all of them, but whew. Damn. I'm sorry, this just gave you longer to stare in his goddamn beautiful face right now. So, Gil looked at me with gentle eyes. He put his lips near my ear and whispered, I promise, I'll return to you. He's not going to return to us in the bad ending. Okay. No, you can't! You'll die! I'll be fine, as long as you're waiting for me. Gil! No, don't leave me! He shook off my hand and without any hesitation jumped into the burning flames. No! It's no use. Don't go Space. Dante stopped me as I tried to run after Gil. You're gonna have to console me, Dante. We'll console each other. I do love Gil, but I'm just saying Dante's right there. A moment later, I was being taken out of the casino. You know what? Gil's gonna come out and be like, look who I found! Nicola. Nicola can't be dead. We didn't see him die, so I don't believe it, and it doesn't hurt me. Like, it hurts because I'm like, did he really die? And if we get to the end and we don't find out he's alive, I'm gonna be kind of upset about that, because at least in all the other ones, we kind of watched him die. Wasn't it frickin' Orlok's route? We actually we were him when he died. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, what the hell, game? I didn't want that kind of closure, but I need to see his body. Not just, here's a coat, here's a bloody coat. I don't believe you for a second that he's dead. The building was engulfed in flames. I think Piofiore was just trying to fuck with Dante. My hope, anyway. The men of the Falzone and Visconti families worked together to extinguish the fire. As the smoke billowed up, the fire showed no signs of stopping. Gil, please return safely. All I could do was pray. I didn't even want to blink. I stared at the casino in front of me and suddenly saw a section of the flames flickering. Amidst the red flames, a shadow approached slowly. As the men began to take notice, they shouted and cheered. Thanks to their efforts, there were a few areas where the flames died down. And it was Gil who emerged. Gil! We didn't even have to wait 5 minutes. It was just Gil. He was half carrying the body of the Piofiore beside him. No Nicola? Thought he was going to come out with Nicola. A little sad. Dante signaled with his eyes, and the foul zone men swiftly detained the Direttore. I could feel my knees going weak. But as I called his name, I gained back the strength in my legs and ran to him. Gil!
I told you I'd come back, right?
Thank God. Gil's smile was so warm and bright, I was desperate to reach out for him and jumped into his arms. He must have been surprised by my actions, and I could hear him gulp. I squeezed my arms around him tightly. I was so worried.
I know. I'm mean.
Really, I was really so worried.
I'm sorry.
I'm so glad you're safe. My voice was shaking, on the verge of tears, and I buried my face in his chest.
Space. Thanks.
He put his arms around me, comforting me. Then he hugged me as tight as he could. Oh, the end.
It better not be the fucking end. I need to know that fucking Nicola's okay.
After taking over the casino, Leo returned to the foul zone with Dante, and I returned to the manor in Creta with Gil.
Really? That's it? We don't find Nicola? We just believe he's dead? Okay, sure, Luca survived, but we had to kill Nicola, like, off-screen, like it didn't I don't know. You don't give me this happy music. Fuck you, game. No, this was supposed to be my goddamn happy ending where everybody fucking lived. What the fuck? What the fuck? No. I reject this. Hold on. We're not there yet, but I'm still just... I don't trust you right now, game.
Oh, welcome back.
Luca, you can get up now?
Yeah, I'm fine. I got thirsty, so I helped myself to some water.
Oh, what a relief. It wasn't just Luca in the lounge. Oliver was sitting on the sofa, and he only glanced over at us as we came in. Huh? Oliver, are you okay? You don't look well.
Actually, my wound opened back up during the trial.
Don't worry, I had the doctor examine it, but I don't want to move anymore today. Yes, please take a long rest. You've been working non-stop all this time. Gil was watching our interaction quietly, and he cocked his head and asked,
You're not gonna worry about me. Look, my clothes are all burned. See? Around here?
I did my whole life's worth of worrying for you earlier.
Jealous. Hey, are you mad at me?
Of course I'm mad. You left me. I was so scared. I thought you were dead, and I couldn't do anything but wait. I was so scared.
Gilbert, what did you do this time? Making her this angry. You should reflect on what you've done. Oliver's my right-hand man now! Screw you! Okay. Alright, I love this. Because it's like, see? He may be your right-hand man, but when you piss me off, he's on my side. You don't get Oliver in the divorce. I get Oliver in the divorce. Awesome. We're not getting divorced, but I'm just saying. Oh, Oliver's coming to the man harem too. Just saying. Well, I
don't know what's going on, but you messed up, didn't you, Gil? It's better if you apologize fast.
I did my duty. Isn't that too harsh? Desperate times call for desperate measures.
You have a point. I'm sorry, Gil. He started to pout, so I apologized. Oh! But it's true that I was really scared. Don't ever leave me behind like that again. Gil looked at me with burning eyes and pulled me into an embrace.
Right. I'll never let you go.
Gil, feeling his warmth like this, I could feel that he was, indeed, alive. Finally, I felt like I could relax.
Oliver's face all of a sudden is like, seriously, in the lounge? I can't move! Luca's like, ew, adult. And Oliver's like, for God's sake, I told you I don't want to move. I'm stuck on this couch for the rest of the day. Gross. That's the table where we eat. Oh!
Hey, have you guys forgotten that we're here?
Right. We're complete outsiders.
Wait, sis, when did you and Gil pair up? Did you corner him while I was sick?
Luca, that's... That's right. You better think twice about touching her. She's mine now.
A man's jealousy is pretty pathetic, Gil. Keep it up and it'll be a matter of time before she gets sick of you.
Yeah, and then we got Oliver, so it's fine. He's right. They laughed out loud. I blushed with embarrassment, but seeing us all here like this, laughing... Hold on. I felt that our struggle had truly come to an end, but that's not... Nicola's okay? Okay, after the incident, the Casino Direttore, Sebastiano Gallier, was handed off to the Burlone City Police and officially arrested.
You sure put on one hell of an act. But why did you do all this?
I hate this town. I wanted to destroy this town, the Mafia, and everything about this place. It was regrettable that they got in my way. It really is unfortunate.
This is going to be kind of fucked up in his route because, like, I don't feel like it's going to go well. He's like, I hate this town. Are you just going to magically all of a sudden love the town? Or are we going to, like, take down all of them? Like, his path is going to hurt me. Because are you going to, like, it's not going to end well for him, just like this didn't end well for him. Or it's not going to end well for all my boyfriendos. And, like, how many times do I have to tell them not to fight in the man harem? God damn it, Henry, don't fight in the fucking man harem. I'm sorry. Direttore. Sebastiano. I'm doing my air quotes around that. It's fucking Henry, give me a break.
I was this close to crushing this town.
You've been working hard, Marco. How is he? Has he confessed to anything?
No, he's been like this the whole time. Can't even tell if he's being serious. All I know is that he's hiding something.
The military police want us to hand him over. I'm sure he'll be moved to Rome soon.
I figured as much. Guess we can't get to the bottom of everything, huh? Destroy this whole town.
I was really hoping we'd go and, like, Nicola being like, hello, I'm not dead. I felt that our struggles had truly come to an end. In the morning, we were having a lively breakfast and enjoying our conversation. By the way, have you finished packing? Yes, I'm mostly done. A few days after the case was closed, I was due to leave the Visconti and return to the church. No! We live here now! But everything I have here is what Gil bought for me. He said I could take them with me, so I decided to accept his offer. And not everything will fit in the church, so I'll have to leave some things behind.
Yeah, I don't mind. That room will always be yours. You can visit anytime.
Still, I find it unusual to see Gilbert so understanding about all of this. I was certain he was going to ask you to stay. I know, right, Oliver? You and me both. If you like it, put a fucking ring on it, bitch. Damn.
Of course I don't want her to leave, but I don't want to just go with the flow. I need to take responsibility, you know?
Responsibility?
Yeah, we can't just let this situation be the reason we live together. I'm serious about you. When the time comes, I know I have to say the right words to make that happen.
The right words are, Spacey, will you stay here and live with me? Okay. You're gonna make me pack, move back to the church, and then a week come back? Jesus fucking Christ. Wait, Gil, does that mean... Oliver's like, you have not bought a ring? Don't even. Gilbert, I never thought you'd be so careful.
Call me old-fashioned.
Oliver rolled his eyes, and Gil gave a wry smile. Poor Oliver's gonna have a heart attack. Gil's like, he's like, I have an ulcer. And so, I returned to my peaceful life at the church. I don't like that. I don't want to go to the church. I want to stay here. The times I shared with everyone would be a lasting memory. And we still have not told us that Nicola's not dead. I don't accept this ending. And I would never forget that lives were irrevocably lost due to this incident. I would continue living in this town, carrying everything that happened with me. Screw you, game. Screw you. You just left it like Nicola's dead? Like, fuck that! Fuck that! No! This was my happy ending where everybody lived! How dare you! We didn't even see him die. We just got a bloody coat and you're supposed to... I don't believe it.
That's bullshit!
The church deemed that the currency union's continued existence could be dangerous. Each country took measures to dismantle it to prevent any further abuse of its name. As a result, the Italian government moved to unify domestic currency by next year. And so, the incident welcomed a peaceful resolution. As the counterfeit money had been so well made, the existing bills continued to circulate throughout the world. The United States decided it would create a new design for the $10 bill soon. The church also deemed this incident resolved and approved Burlone's continued extraterritoriality. There were 3 families in Burlone: the Falzone, the Visconti, and the newly independent Lauschu. However, the balance wasn't as tense as it was before. Although the unwritten rule of not interfering with one another remained, there were hardly any conflicts among them. And so it was, with the rise of the 3 families of Burlone, we welcomed the town's most peaceful era yet. And everyone was happy, except for Nicola. Fuck this! So mad! I'm so mad about it! I'm salty! After breakfast, the children surrounded me as I read them a book. My return to the church resumed the calm and happy days I had before. I wasn't expecting the end to come this fast, to be honest.
Space, Signor Redford is waiting for you outside. Signore.
Gil?
Are you leaving? Yes, she is. She has a visitor. I'll continue reading for you.
Thank you, Sister Sophia. I handed the book to her and rushed out of the dining hall. I'm just so mad about Nicola. Because normally you're like, no! But you're like, nah, I'm sure he's fine. Got the coat. I'm sure he's fine. He's fine. He's not dead. And then he's like, he's dead. Ha ha ha. Where's his body, bitch? Where's his body? He was probably fine, and he's like, I'm bleeding in an alley somewhere. And then like, nobody found me. Dante, you're rude. I mean, just as Sister Sophia said, he was waiting for me in front of the church. Gil! I can't focus on the happy ending, because like, what the fuck? You don't kill Nicola like that. Jesus Christ. Sorry. I called his name, and he looked over at me with a chuckle. You didn't tell me you were going to come today. Is something the matter?
Nah, you know I put you through a lot during this whole episode. And things are settling down at my place now, so I wanted to officially make it up to you. Came to ask what your plans are.
Aw, you don't have to do anything.
It'll be like that. It's just an excuse for me to spend some time with you. Will you come with me?
Well, of course I'd love to.
Then it's set. I'll come pick you up this afternoon. Don't forget.
Okay? He got his way, and we made plans. Although I was surprised by his visit, I was honestly happy that he invited me out. The Visconti had to do a lot of damage control after the trial. They've been busy. Ever since I returned to the church, I saw him less and less. My heart leapt to know we had plans this afternoon. That's why you stay living with him! And then you get to hang out with Oliver when he's not there. It'd be great. The time came for Gil to pick me up. I took his hand and got into the car. Gil brought me back to the Visconti Manor.
Oh, is this what we're doing?
He led me to a room where maids were waiting for me. Huh? What? The maids began to get me dressed without giving any explanation. They had me put on the dress that was waiting for me. This dress!
There's a nice dress we bought the other day. I think it was the crimson one with the embroidery. Oh, it's the scandalous dress.
I told the maids that I didn't want to wear it because it exposed my shoulders. But they simply smiled and gave me a shawl to wear before handing me off to Gil. She's like, I purposely left that dress. Gil led me back to the car, and we departed the manor. I asked Gil where we were going, but he wouldn't tell me. She was like, we got to the Oh, I'm just getting changed. Damn it. He told me that it was a surprise.
Are we going to a hotel?
Gil brought me to a room in a Regal hotel. Oh, fancy, huh? The room was filled with extravagant items of luxury. This room is incredible. We had a different aura from the Falzone and Visconti manors. Oh, it had, sorry. And my eyes grew wide. You've made me wear this dress so we could come here? Such a surprise.
I really wanted you to wear it. Just as I thought. Suits you well.
But why?
Don't you know the saying? A man gives a woman clothes that he wants to take off. Whoa!
Oh, Gil, I appreciate you so much right now for this. Damn, down, boy. You know what? No, keep going. A man gives a woman clothes that he wants to take off. Damn! Making my old ass blush. Jesus! That... Bravo. Applause. You can't hear me clap. Applause for that. I can feel my face burning. I kind of regretted asking him. But, if I come home too late, the people at church will worry about me. The sun had already set. I needed to think about when I was going to return. He's like, you're not going back. You're not going back tonight. What? Oh! Before I knew it, Gil had picked me up. Gil! He quietly carried me over to the bedroom. Hey! Stop! He quietly carried me over to the bedroom of the suite and dropped me on the big bed. Oh my god, that dress is so fucking pretty! Oh! As I fell onto the bed, my shawl slipped off my shoulders and my mark was exposed. That's why she doesn't want to show it. Oh, hi. Oh my god. And he's gorgeous in this too. I froze with embarrassment, but Gil looked at me and spoke in a low voice. You remember what I told you before? When this is all over... Yes? And look! Oh, we get the CG again! I love this! I like the CG slideshow! Anyway. Once this is all over, then... Can I be closer to you? Bert! Stop! Fucking bird. But wait, Gil! The dress! It's fine. It'll get wrinkled. I said it's fine. Oh, I love her fucking, like, bracelet ring combo thing, too. Gil's fingers traced the contours of my body, gliding slowly over my skin. His fingertips gently reached the mark on my chest. He looked down and spoke in a sweet voice. You're beautiful. I can't do it in his voice. Bird, stop it! Gil, I'm embarrassed. Don't hide yourself. Show me. All of you. Oh, hi. Oh! Kissing her neck now, damn. I love you, Space. I can't do, like, the sexy in his voice. It just doesn't work. Like, I can't do it, so. Gil, then show me yourself, too. Eye patch off. I looked at Gil's hidden left eye and reached my fingers up to his patch. Gil understood what we're not going to get to see it, though, because on the other side, anyway. I just want to see his pretty face. Gil understood what I meant, and he gave a small sigh. This one's not fun to look at. Even so, I want to know everything about you. Alright. I looked at the painful scar that appeared from under his eye patch. He showed his whole face to me for the first time, and I felt such dear love for him. All the burden he's endured until now, and the burdens he'll carry from now on. I wonder if I can help him carry them all. It wasn't as though I wasn't worried. However, Gil was here in front of me. I looked into his eyes and answered clearly. This time you can say eyes. This time we can actually do it. I love you, Gil. Me too. I want you more than anything. Now and forever. Live with me. That's not what we're gonna do, but okay. He whispered it, half like a wish, as he gently stole my lips. In a future with Gil, there would be far greater dreams than fears. Gil walked further ahead, but always stopped to turn around and take my hand. I wanted to keep walking with him, never letting him go. 1925 was coming to an end. Beginning in 1926, all of Italy unified their currency, but behind the scenes, there were truths unknown to the public. This was our story in an unforgettable era. This is definitely like the game is over sequel. Damn it! Translate the fan disc! Although I'm really mad that it wasn't announced for, like, the 2021 lineup. Like, we're gonna have to wait till, like, 2022 for it, but... Unless they do it and then, like, for some reason, like, they announce it later on in 2021. Ooh. I don't know what's happening. I didn't know that was happening, so... I didn't know that was gonna happen. Like the intro thing. So sorry, I didn't have time to, like, turn up the volume. The finale route has been unlocked. Oh my god, no way! I mean, come on. It's like I'm supposed to be shocked about it, I know. I didn't know that was gonna happen. So, sorry if you didn't get to hear all that, because I don't know how loud it was, and I didn't talk, because I just in case you turned it up, but... we have to go here. We'll do this, and then that'll be the end of this, and then we'll do the good ending like we normally do, and then we do the bad endings, and then, you know. So anyway, February 12th, 1926. All right. Because this is what we do. So this is going to be a longer part than normal because we've only got like 5 minutes left, and this is going to take how long it takes, so. Anyway. The food here is as good as usual. And you eat a lot, as usual. I invited Falzone the other day, but he wouldn't even touch it. So I'm guessing that fucking Nicola's just dead. Fucking no fanfare, nothing. I refuse to believe it. That's just like Dante. Ever since the casino burned down, casual meetings between the families were no longer held at the church, but at our bases. As predictable as he is, I also find it appalling that you chose to be so careless. If you continue to underestimate me, I'll remember to poison your food next time. Well, that doesn't sound good. Something like that might mess with these delicate flavors. How pissed Yang looks! Like, god damn it. It may not look like it to you, but I haven't let my guard down completely. For example, I'm dying to try the other dishes you haven't touched yet. And that part of you makes this so boring. What do you want me to do, then? I asked as I plated the next dish. So, you know what's up with the others? Although they haven't made it too obvious, they seem to want my head. I have become aware that they're sending an assassin to Berlin. An assassin, huh? Lao Shu betrayed their parent organization, though whatever. I knew there'd be retribution eventually, but they're moving faster than I expected. I owe you, Yang. If you need help, let me know. I'll do it. I see. And then lend me that woman from the church. Can't do that. I answered immediately, and Yang gave an exaggerated sigh. I don't believe you, Redford. So all you can offer are empty promises? Sorry, but I'm not so great a guy that I'd gladly hand over what's mine. If I was that philanthropic, I wouldn't be a mafia boss. You could become a clergyman. What a funny joke, Yang! We had a good chat with one another. Yet we never let our guard down. If either of us betrayed the other, rather, if we ever found each other in our way, we'd go for the kill. Even if we're in agreement for now, at the end of the day, we were still mafia. But for now, I want to maintain this peace. That'd be best for the Visconti. If the whatever isn't the only enemy of the Berlin Mafia, while Yang's dealing with the Chinese, I need to take action elsewhere. Because today's Friday, I think it's almost time. I held the broom with both hands, sweeping the outside of the church, and looked toward the street. Hey, Space. I heard a voice from the opposite direction and spun around. We're still living at the church, he said. Live with me! God! Gil, you came from another route today. Yeah, drop by Yang's place. I wanted to update you on things, but it's cold today, and we shouldn't stand around. What do you have planned for tomorrow? Nothing in particular. Then why don't you have dinner at my place? If you don't mind, I'll send a car out to pick you up at the usual time. Thank you, Gil. I'm so excited. I heard my voice perk up. Gil didn't seem to expect that. You're happy about an invite to dinner? Yeah, because that usually means I'm spending the night and I get to have sex with you. Yeah. That's unusual. What's the matter? What happened? Oh. I was a little shy, but I was honest. I'm pregnant. Just kidding. It's not a big deal, but we haven't seen each other lately. That's why I was thinking, too. Huh? That I wanted to spend more time with you. Gil? I don't think I'll be able to wait until tomorrow. Can't I just take you away now? Guess I can't. I look forward for tomorrow. We smiled at each other. That alone made me happy. I just hate that even in the best ending, she goes back to the church every time. It's like, no! Stay living with your boyfriend, damn it. You're already there. So weird.
After Gil prayed inside the church as usual, he returned to the Visconti Manor. What do? I don't think I could sleep.
Maybe it's just because I have an aversion to churches, so it's like, I don't mind, like, it works out, like, the plot works perfectly for this game, and, like, whatever, but then it's like, I voluntarily go back. No, don't do that.
I feel like a child. I'm so excited for tomorrow that I can't sleep. I laughed a little at my childishness. What should I talk about with Gil tomorrow? I spent all night thinking about him. And eventually, I fell asleep feeling warm.
Oh. I got into the car for a trade. Why are we Dante? I don't care. I love Dante, so. The conflict among the families has calmed down. But in order to protect the Fell Zone, there are still many things I have to do. I looked outside the car window. I saw a familiar silhouette in a back alley. He bowed slightly. And the car passed through. And Orlok is taking care of Nicola, who was injured, and he's fine. Look, I don't give a shit. This is gonna drive me crazy. Because it just doesn't fit. He's like, ha ha ha, he's dead. You got the coat right, he's totally dead. I'm sorry, I didn't see his body, and then you're just saying that to throw Dante off, and then the game just leaves it like that? Bitch, what? No. Every other time we've seen them die, it's been like, it's obvious they dead. And this is like, We saw blood splatter, a gun, and you got his coat. What the fuck? How? No. I demand a body, motherfucker. I demand to see the body. Just ruined the whole fucking ending for me. Anyway. Saturday night, when I got to the Visconti Manor, I got ready and headed for the lounge. You surprised me. When he saw me, Gil immediately got up from the sofa. Every time I see you, you get more beautiful. You're so radiant. I'm worried I'll be blinded. Oh, Gil. With my normal life at the church, I didn't have many opportunities to wear a pretty dress. So whenever I was invited out by Gil, I was grateful. Come to think of it, after Gil escorted me to the dinner table, I noticed something. Where's Oliver? Is he not here today? He said he'd drop by before dinner. Maybe the negotiations were a challenge. Negotiations? Just as I asked that, the door opened with a loud bang. Really? The nerve of those gangsters! Oliver spat out the words as he stomped toward Gil. I mean, that's kind of like what we are... Okay, sure, just... Okay, keep going. Your problem, Oliver, is... He seemed not to have seen me sitting there. They said if we won't lower the price, they're not going through with the deal. And they said they don't need the Visconti and can easily get alcohol from Canada. I see. This doesn't upset you, Gilbert. Of course it does. But Oliver, calm down a bit. How can I calm down about this? Hey, Oliver. Oh, hey, Spacey. What's up, darling? We just walk up to him and hug him. It's okay, Oliver. Stroke his arm a little, and he's like, I feel better, thank you. That's how I imagine conflict resolution works with Oliver. You just need to hug him, it's fine. Just give him a tight squeeze. He just needs to be squeezed. I did anticipate a price negotiation. It's expected of them. America's selling even the worst liquor at a high price. I like how he's side-eyeing. Even if they can't get our wine, anything that's alcohol will do. Italian wine to America? I'm curious, but I shouldn't get in the way of their work talk. This is during Prohibition, so it was in the 20s, right? I don't know the exact time, but that's fine. Sell us the wine, goddammit! We need alcohol! These fuckers, they let us have guns, but they took our liquor. What the hell? This is not my America. Anyway. Gil looked at me, falling silent. Oliver followed his gaze and gave a cry of shock. Oh, Miss Spacey. That's right, you were coming today. I apologize for barging in without even greeting you. I'm embarrassed. It's okay. Seeing you so upset, Oliver, it must be an important deal. Do you need a hug? Look, he's happy because I asked if he needed a hug. He wants a hug. Give him a hug. Gil kept his eyes on me and spoke in a casual tone.
We're currently in talks with America, specifically trading alcohol in Chicago.
You're okay with me listening to this?
Yeah? Wouldn't you be curious to hear more about it?
Gil poured chilled white wine into a new glass.
You drink a little, Oliver.
Yes, excuse me. He apologized, taking the glass and drinking the wine in his glass all at once. As he set the empty glass back down, he continued in a calmer manner than before. At the moment, America's unable to get their hands on quality wine. Given its rarity, our wine should have the power to appeal to the upper class. Yet those gangsters are only thinking about immediate profits. Gangsters? Yeah, they have a monopoly on all the cheap alcohol for the general public. We're new to the industry and want to approach the market from a different angle.
Well, we already knew what the result would be if we fight it on the same stage. If we can only get leftovers, making our way into Chicago will be an even greater challenge. And that's why we need to be wise on how we market ourselves. Don't fall for their bluff, Oliver. They said the deal's over, so be it.
Gilbert!
We need a strong foundation. If we rush it, we're dead in the water.
Yeah, okay, it was during Prohibition. Okay, there you go. I knew it was in the 20s, but like...
Because of Prohibition, America's currently in need of alcohol.
America's currently in need of alcohol. I'm just gonna... That is just pertinent all the time. And also, I kind of just feel like it's 2020.
It's not the 1920s, it's the fucking 2020s, but the world's in need of fucking alcohol right now, so...
Prohibition, a law enacted in the 1920s in the United States of America that prohibited use and distillery of alcohol. It barred all manufacturing, sale, use, and distribution of alcohol. That's not American. It's very un-American of you, America. So again, you're like, oh my god, I'd love to live in the roaring 20s, but not in America, because you couldn't get drunk. Unless you were, like, rich. Speakeasies, and then you get arrested. And, I'm just saying. So, we'll hang out. And then there was the Great Depression. So, like, you know what? Let's just... In the third... we'll just stay here. In Italy. Sounds great. I'll learn Italian. It'll be okay. Actually, right now, we're all speaking English right now. But also, technically, probably Japanese, because the game was written in Japanese. So, like, whatever. We'll figure it out.
And they seem to only care about strong liquor. They don't care about the quality or the taste.
Yeah! They're desperate!
You can make distilled liquor with a high alcohol content. It's easy to deal with and perfect for trades. Wine, on the other hand, can drop in quality.
Right. Despite how much care is put into it, there's a chance it won't make us money.
The deal by land is one thing, but illegally exporting contraband overseas is a big risk. If the boat sinks, that's a big loss. Even if it gets there safely, we can still get caught. All the bottles will be opened and poured into the ocean.
Oh my god, it'll be the America wine party! It's America's wine tasting. Like the Boston Tea Party. Fuck your tea, England! Right in the harbor. Screw your wine, Italy! America's wine tasting. Don't send the boats to Boston. You never know what's going to happen. Anyway. Oliver took the bottle and filled his glass all the way to the brim. That's my kind of man right there, Oliver. I'm sorry. I think I love you best of all right now. He's just like... Whole fucking bottle. He's like, this is a big-ass glass. Screw this, like, couple of ounces bullshit. Chugging it. Oliver, you just won my heart. He drank it all at once, then spoke tiredly. I fucking... And to be quite honest, I would rather not sell wine to those who don't understand its value. But if it goes well, we'll make a load of money. Thinking of it hurts my head and stomach. Hey, Oliver? If you haven't eaten yet, why don't you join us? You'll feel better once you've eaten. Thank you, but I'll refrain for today. I'll just be grumbling the whole time. And besides... Oliver opened his bag and took out a document. Gilbert, I got back the investigation results. You can review them later.
Yeah, that's great.
He took the documents with a grin. We have to get 1926, because, like, they do this and it's like, you're setting me up to want to know what the fuck is gonna happen? And you're never gonna get it. I mean, not next year, maybe the year after, who knows.
As expected, Oliver. You work fast.
Don't flatter me. I mean, they may not have decided to localize until they saw how this one was going to sell, but... Miss Spacey, I apologize for intruding on your dinner. Please allow me to join another time. Yes, by all means. I love you, Oliver. Gets up, hugs him again. You'll be okay. Oliver smiled and left. Gil swiftly glanced at the report. He stiffened and muttered.
Eugene.
Gil? His expression was nothing like the smile I had just seen on his face. It was the cold glare of the Mafia.
Who the fuck is Eugene?
Hey, Gil? Are you sure about this?
It's his brother. He has a brother that we didn't know about.
After we finished dinner, we left the lounge.
What?
Did I go to your room?
Of course it's fine. I wouldn't have invited you otherwise. He's like, hello, we've had sex before in a hotel. We can have sex in my room. Or do you not feel like it?
No, that's not it. It's just... I always thought you didn't like inviting people into your room. I lived at the Visconti for a while, but not once had Gil ever invited me into his room.
Because you don't just invite a woman into a man's room. God. That's coming. No, because I promised you.
Huh?
And that I'd be closer to you after all this was over. There's no way I could bring a woman I love into my room and not do a thing. Yeah, that look on his face. That was basically the, like, because I'm a gentleman and I don't... Hello? You can't have a woman in your room without accosting her. When you walk through a door into a bedroom, it automatically means you're having sex with that person. It's not how it works. But that's just the way they act in these games. Like, I can't come into your room because I won't be able to stop myself. Because there's a bed? What the fuck? Jesus, people. Hearing him say that as I was about to go into his room, I couldn't help but be self-conscious. I felt my cheeks burning. Maybe it was to make me less nervous. As I entered his room, he smiled. Space? Yeah, I feel like drinking a little more. Would you join me? Sure. Grazie. Can you drink whiskey? And I just got some nice scotch. Sure, I'd like to try. It's very distinct, so if you don't like it, let me know. Don't push yourself, okay? Thank you, Gil. Gil poured a dark liquid into a glass and handed it to me. We both stood, leaning against the desk, and I put the glass to my lips. It's so complex, but it has a subtly sweet aroma. It's delicious. I'm glad. I see you drink whiskey often. Do you like the ones from Scotland? No. I was confused by the sudden silence. Should I change the subject? This is a really long part, but there was one thing I wanted to ask. But I have a feeling it's a topic that Gil wouldn't like to talk about. Hey, Gil? What is it? About earlier. The Visconti is currently doing a deal with Chicago, right? That's right. Given how Oliver was all worked up earlier, it isn't going to end too well. I wonder how Gil is taking it. On that rainy day, Gil told me that he was born in Chicago and how he lost sight in one eye due to his father's abuse. Or is Eugene his father? Didn't his father die, though? I don't remember. If he gets involved with Chicago, he may be reminded of his childhood. Gil, if there's anything you can share with me, don't hesitate, okay? Sorry, I must have worried you. Gil put the empty glass on the table and stared into my eyes. You're the woman of the Visconti boss. As long as you're by my side, no matter how much you want to plug your ears, you'll hear me talk about my work. I can't help that. I don't want to force myself to change the subject and get awkward. You love me despite my being a mafia boss, right? Yes. But that's that, and this is this. And I hope you understand. I'm sorry for bringing it up. I looked down and put the glass on the table. There was nothing I could do about a deal between two families. If I stepped into his line of work, I'm sure it wouldn't end well for either one of us. But it didn't change the fact that I was worried about Gil, so I asked once again. But, if something's bothering you, maybe you could consult someone. Even if it's not me, someone you could rely on more. For example, someone in the Fell Zone? Yes! Well, I guess if it's Dante, he'd know a thing or two about deals. He may be a good one to consult. Better than Yang, at least. But I can't do that. I personally like Dante, and we have a pact with the Fell Zone. But at the end of the day, they're still my rivals. I can't show them any weakness. You're right. And besides, he wouldn't know what to do if I were to consult him about things. I'm sure Dante's pretty busy with the Fell Zone right now. Oh, God. In that incident, the Fell Zone sacrificed a lot.
Probably the most among all the families. No, fuck you, game! It's like, oh yeah, he's dead. We didn't show you a body, but like, no, he's totally dead. You know what? No! I reject this! I reject it? No. Nicola's fine. Fuck you. You can't convince me otherwise because you didn't show me a body and it didn't hurt. It hurts now. Fuck, it hurts now. Damn it. Game, this was supposed to be my happy ending where everybody lived and you have to rip my heart out like that and give me hope. Rude!
I also have the Visconti under my care, so I'd be lying if I said I'm not anxious. But if you're gonna be worried about me, I want you to do me one favor. It's something only you can do.
What do you want me to do?
It's easy.
Gil laughed a little and drew near.
Let me forget about work.
Do we get a CG? He whispered and gave me a light kiss on the forehead. We usually get one of these.
At least, on nights like this where I can be with you, I only want to think about you.
That's nice. His palms were hot as he touched my cheeks and the nape of my neck. Seriously, I want this fucking CG.
It's no use. I can't hold back anymore. Can we end the talk here?
Oh. I could tell that I was blushing. I hesitated for a second and then nodded.
Don't push yourself, okay?
I'm okay, because I, too, only want to think about you tonight, Gil.
Why would you... Oh my god, he's blushing! I love it! He's like, what?
In your face. Made you blush.
I can't control myself anymore. Really?
Yeah, look how he's like... In his voice, it wasn't the usual mature voice of a mafia boss. He sounded to me like a normal man. His lips drew closer to mine. CG? Yes? No? No? Yes? No? No? Okay, she okay. My eyelids opened slowly. No, goddammit. Oh, I must have been sleeping. The place didn't look familiar, and I gradually realized where I was. What time is it? Is it still night?
Space, you're up?
I heard a voice next to my ear, and I gasped. Gil, you weren't sleeping?
Yeah, I had some things on my mind.
CG? Oh! Oh my god, look! We have it without his eye patch! Ah! I'm shirtless. Though we're blocking most of it, but still... Applause for this one. God damn, all of the CGs are so fucking good in this game. I can't handle it. This game is gonna kill me. While I was choosing my words, he hugged me from behind.
I keep depending on you.
Huh?
With the Chicago deal, I've naturally heard about things I didn't want to. Thanks to that, what was at the back of my mind has become so big that I can't ignore it anymore.
Okay, we only get, like, kind of his shoulder and arm, but, like, it's still shirtless. Counts. It counts. We got more of Dante, though. He was dripping wet. I'm just saying. He hugged me so tight that I couldn't move. So I had no idea what kind of expression was on Gil's face, but I think it's beautiful we get to see that eye patch. And besides, he probably doesn't want me to see. I just have a feeling...
I've had memories replay over and over. I keep thinking about my childhood. But when I'm touching you, I forget it all.
Gil. Not just his arms, but his legs were wrapped around mine. Being engulfed so comfortably in such a strong body, I just felt so close to him.
Lately, the government's been putting on the pressure. Business in this country will start to taper off. And that's why I want to hurry up and start things up in America, but if we rush in and fail, it'll be pointless. I wouldn't care if I'd be the only one who'd ended up wandering the streets.
But you aren't just carrying yourself on your shoulders.
Right. My men, their families, each of their livelihoods is on my back. That's why I can never fail, so I can protect my family. Considering that, I just...
Gil has so much on his plate. That's been the case since I met him. The Visconti was a family that relied so heavily on their boss, and that was Gil. Because of that, the pressure must be really strong.
It's not like I don't have any doubts, but if I show any weaknesses, everyone will start to get anxious. Gilbert Redford must always be the boss in control. And when I'm in front of you, that all goes away. I just become an ordinary man.
I softly touched his cheek. I think you're worried because you're kind. You truly care about those dear to you. You can't just be half-hearted about it. That's what I love about you. To be honest, I like to show my weaknesses, at least to you. But it's a man's pride to not want to look lame in front of the woman he loves. It's just like you to think that way. But I want you to show me more of your weaknesses. Is it alright? You can be strict and just push me away, or else I'm scared I'll just lean on you too much. Like right now, you're suffocating me. I'm kidding. I felt my heart quiver at Gil's vulnerability. It's alright. I want you to lean on me. I want to be there for you. You keep saying that you rely on me, but that's not true at all. I felt a breath of hesitation on my neck. I'm not one of your men. You don't have to be a boss in front of me. When we're alone, I just want you to be my lover. Yeah, you're right. I love you, Space. He said nothing more. He clung to me tightly. I want to support him. If I can lift even an ounce of his burden. Although peace had been restored, I couldn't stop him from being anxious about the future. I softly touched Gil's arm. That alone made my heart feel calmer. No matter what happens, I'll be fine as long as I'm with him. I believe that with all of my heart. I know this part was super long, but the next couple of parts are probably going to be super short, to be honest, because we're going to have to do the good ending and all that stuff like that, so. Oop, that's not right. I always go to the wrong one because I see it's on this and then I move and I'm like, okay, now when it's brightly colored, that's what I don't know why I can't get that. See Dante wet and shirtless. Yang is just always shirtless and on top of us multiple times. Nicola, we got the shirtless, sexy ending. Poor Warlock was bleeding. We're not going to get a lot of CGs of our boyfriendo, are we? Only 11? Really? Disappointment level strong. I love this one because we get to see that was our first one. He's such a glorious bastard. Here, I'm gonna eat your fucking ice cream. Okay. Oh, this is one of the ones where, you can't change the thing without it going... Yeah, I just don't... That drives me bonkers. Or does it? I don't know. It's weird when you press the A button to change. Or, whichever one it... Wait, hold on. Whichever one it is. Hold on. Which... Only this one's got 3. Okay, so that's fine. And then the romancy one, so... This one is just glorious. The dress is beautiful, the lighting's beautiful, the colors are... Everything about the fucking CGs are so great in this game. I just love them. Especially because, they have, the weird pattern kind of going on. They just give so much texture to them. His coat's not textured, but you can see, the swirly kind of patterns and stuff. It's not supposed to be like that, but they did it as an effect. And it just... I don't know why... It'd almost be okay, if you painted it on watercolor paper, you can see the texture of the paper. And there's some, CGs that kind of have that. The backgrounds... Well, the backgrounds actually kind of have almost a texture to them. There's just so much texture on the... And I don't know why they did, but I love it. I don't know. He's fucking beautiful. God. There's just something about all of them, all the color... Everything is just so perfectly blended. Look... I can't handle it. He got really close. He's my left eye's my right eye's really good. And you're are you sure about that, Gil? Because you were This is cute. I'm just gonna sniff your hair. I do love all of his CGs. God, his hands are huge. Look at her tiny little hand, and then his size of my... Good lord. Her eye looks really weird in this one, though. Don't look at her. Just look at him. Whew! I to tell you that. That's what we're looking at. Like, I love this too because we just get to see Oliver, and you know how much I love him. Like, and then it's just Oliver, and then it's just Gilbert. Yeah, see, that's what I hate about that. Like, you have to know. I wish, like, if just toggle, it would toggle back to this one. You know what I mean? But it doesn't do that, and I don't like that. You have to know how many. Because then it goes back. It acts A is, like, back. But that's not the back button, so don't do that to me. I don't like it. But it's funny, because, like, only that one and then this one, like, there are very few of his CGs have, like, extra things. Yeah, because this one doesn't have one. No. That's it. Huh. Yeah, wow. So, like, I mean, I'm just saying, honestly, I really think this is, like, one of my favorites. Like, whoops. No, I meant to hide this. This is my goddamn favorite. There's something about this one I just really love. I love the way the colors look. I love the fucking dress. Like, I can't handle it. He looks goddamn glorious. And then the light, everything about this one. There's so many other ones where the colors, but there was something about this one that's like, holy fuck, I just love this. I don't know. But yeah, so that was Gilbert's good ending and stuff. So we will get well, that's his best ending. We'll get the good ending and do the other extra kind of story in the next part, or at least start it. I'm pretty sure we should be able to get through it. And then we'll do our bad endings and everything like that and the tragic stuff starting after that. So at least 2 more parts for Gil, possibly more depending on how long it takes to read through the good and or bad endings. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.